Hey everyone, it's Jarek Huber, and this is going to be a video of my setup and how I make my videos and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to start with my desk here. As you can see, my desk is extremely messy, but one person has requested that I do a setup of how I set up my tripod. This is the tripod that I use. Sorry, my floor is also messy. And so basically this is my tripod head. And I use these three lamps. I have this lamp here, I have that lamp back there, and I have this lamp which is like a clip-on lamp, so that I just have like this money jar to hold it down. And you know how you always see like that shadow right there? That is caused by this thing. So basically how my videos work is I basically set it on this tripod here. And then I make sure it's extended up a little bit. And then I make sure it's zoomed out all the way. And then I sit down in my chair. I tip down the LCD screen a little bit. And here we have a video. This is the way my most recent videos have been. And I do videos like this. My older videos, my tripod would go up all the way, and then it would tip down. Let's see if I can get it to tip down. Here we go. And then I would do my videos like this. But I realized that it wasn't a very good way to do my videos. I didn't really like it that much, so I decided to move it down a bit. So that is basically my setup that I use. If you were wondering about my camera, like the type of camera that I use an Sony HDR CX190, and you could probably look that up to get some pictures of it. So as for my background, like this white background, as you can see, I used to have a piece of like white cloth, and that was just like, that was actually a pillowcase that I used. I wanted to have something for a background because of my extremely messy and stained and really bad looking desk that I used to use. I wanted something to cover that up, so I got that and I taped it down and I just stuck with it. And then I started to really not like it, and so I switched to having different colors of, you know what I used to do, where I had different colors of cloth for different types of videos. I didn't like that either, so then I switched to this. This is a white foam board. I got it for about $5 at Staples or something like that. So this looks much nicer. It gives it a nice shine to it, and it really works nice. So I also switched desks. I used to use a different desk, but now I use this one. And also another thing is my newer videos all have been scripted, like pretty much word for word. My older videos I would just put down the main points and then talk about those, but now I actually script my videos. And so basically what I do is I will take my script notebook, which has all my scripts in it for my most latest videos, and I will use this. And basically what I will do is I'll take my tripod and set it up, and then I'll put my script right in front of me, and then I will have my hands right here. The camera will be up here, and then I will have my hands here. Now this is starting to look more familiar for a more familiar video of mine. And so, and while I'm doing that, I'm looking down at my script and making sure that I'm saying everything that I need to say. That is really a behind the scenes of my, the way I film my videos. But, you know, I think some of you have been asking a little bit about how I actually make my videos. So that's what I'm going to go into next. Okay, so here we are on my channel, but we're going to go to my editing. So this is my editing software. I use iMovie. It's just what I use. And so basically the way I edit my videos, let me basically take you through the editing of a video. So what I first do is I take my intro. My intro is, it's around here somewhere. Here it is. JR Cuber intro short. I right click it and I hit duplicate it. Then here it is. I'll rename it later, but I'll go into here and this is what I get. Now let's just take, like this is the unboxing of the constrained cube. We'll just use this for an example. And so we'll pull this and we'll drag it into here. If any of you have used iMovie before, you're probably familiar to all this stuff. So then here we get my intro playing and then my unboxing. And so I'll go through and edit my video. And then at the end, what I do is I put in my outro. Now my outro I have made in Photoshop. This is my outro. Of course, you guys have seen it. It's right here. And basically the way I made this, let's see if I can get it full screen again. There we go. Basically the way I made this was I found this picture. Actually, it was just like from this point. It was actually just like from this point here around. This Happy Halloween and these bats here and that bat there was separate. And then I just actually just used the pen tool to completely cut that out, and then I dragged it in. Then I changed the font from the JR Cuber Cubing for Everyone to a different font. You know, gave it a different gradient and all that kind of stuff from what it was, and put in all these things. So it was actually, if you're familiar with Photoshop, this was actually, it's actually not anything too advanced to make it. So I'll take it, bring it in here, and I get this. At first, it's just like a regular picture, but what I have to do is I have to just make it so it doesn't have that Ken Burns effect. Change the length to 20 seconds. Then I add in music. The music that I use for this is actually a mix of the Drone Dark Suspense 1, 2, and 3. Drone, right there. And you get these. For my previous outro, what I used to do is I used to use this music that my friend made for me. And it was just like one part of the song. So I would take this song right here, and I would drag it into here. And then I would, if you actually listen to it, that first part I actually take out because I don't want that, and so I'll take it out until I just get the 3, 2, 1, and then bam, sort of a thing. And then I'll extend that out. And for those of you that don't know much about iMovie, where I get the like the screen, the playing screen in the last video box, basically, let's just say this, I'll just take 20 random seconds of that. And then you can actually pull it into this, and then if you hit picture in picture, bam, you get that, and then you can just drag it right onto that. Bam. Now, if you're wondering how I get the JR Cuber in the corner, that is also very simple. You just go to this T here for text. I click on the lower one. This is the one that I use. Drag it onto here. Then, let's see. Alright, so we'll get JRCUBER. Take that, hit show font. The font that I use is Blocks, BLOX. You can actually find it on dafont.com. Right there. Bam. That's what I originally used. I actually changed the JRC to lowercase, but what I actually use now for Halloween is this one. And then make it big. And there we go. So that's like a behind the scenes look into how I edit my videos. I'm really careful. Like, I use jump cuts in my videos, so if you watch like a completely unedited video, you'll see a lot of like mistakes and like jumping around where I'll move the cube from one side of the screen to the other and take like things and all that kind of editing, and if I ramble or anything, which I am now, I'll probably edit that out. So, I think that's about it for this video. I upload directly from iMovie. And you just go share YouTube and then put in all your information. And then, you know, if you've uploaded videos before, this is probably like really basic stuff to edit your videos. So, yeah, that's about it for me on how I make my videos. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like a informational video, and if you did enjoy, give it a thumbs up. So thanks for watching. Bye.